Hi everybody, I'm Sarah Walker-Karen from Sarah's Cucina Bella, and this is
I'm Paige.
my daughter Paige. We are going to make some glazed beets today, but the first thing we always do in the kitchen when we're cooking is put our hair up, because you don't want to get your hair in your food. It's kind of gross. Right, Paige?
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of beets left over from probably from the farmer's market. I don't know from when. They've been sitting in the fridge for a while. Beets last a while in the fridge. And we are going to slice them. This one's got a little yucky on the end, so we're going to cut that off. There we go. Then we're just going to slice them. I like to leave the skin on them. You know why?
Why?
It's got a lot of nutrients in it. And particularly when you get them from a farmer's market and you know the farmer, it's okay not to peel it or anything. So I'm cutting them about a 1/4 inch thick.
Won't the skin make it chewy?
It can be a little chewy on the outside, but I find when we slice them it's not so bad. If it was larger pieces, I would take it off. Or if we were just cooking them whole or something like that. Paige, can you get out the medium saucepan? That's actually the larger saucepan. There, it's behind you. Is that that looks like the small one? I think it's the one you have your hands on. Yes. So beets are really high in iron. They're really, really good for you. If you were somebody who grew up eating canned beets and hate them, I totally understand. They're an acquired taste, but fresh beets are a little different. They tend to be firmer. They've got a really great flavor. I love them just boiled with salt on them. This is a fun way to make them a little bit more flavorful and fun and elegant. You can go ahead and put the sliced beets in the pan as I cut them.
I think that they're red.
They're not always red though. Sometimes they're white on the inside.
Really?
Yep, and sometimes they're white and red.
Yeah, what's in?
Yeah. Now, I eat almost all of the beet. Occasionally I'll cut off the ends like I have today if they don't look that great, but you can eat pretty much the whole thing. The beet greens are also edible. They're great for salads or sauteed.
These make a great dye.
They do make a great dye, actually, and beet juice is used as a dye. I'm not quite sure. There's something you have to do to get it to set, and I've never been able to do that in the few times that I've tried to dye things with beets.
Yeah, I think
They also make a really great natural food dye. So, for instance, I make a fried rice with beets, and it's pink.
What other foods have a good color dyeing juice?
Beets are the ones that come to mind first. I can't think of anything else. Alright. I am going to add some water to this.
You put a little water on the floor towel too.
So I added just enough water to cover the beets. The water's already pink, and we're going to bring it to a boil. And let them boil until they're tender, about 10-15 minutes or so. We'll be back. Okay, and we're back. So the beets, we cooked until they were tender and they're all drained, and now we need to make the glaze. So the glaze has 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Hold it over that so that we don't spill. 1, 2.
Smells so good.
And 2 tablespoons of this. It's raspberry jam. Careful, please. Thank you. Try to get the more jammy parts of it. want to grab a paper towel and wipe that up. Okay, and we're going to need a teaspoon of lime zest. So it's one of my favorite tools. It's a microplane zester. Does a really great job of zesting things. You just want to get the top layer. You don't want to get any of the white stuff underneath it because that can be bitter. Let's see. That's about a teaspoon. You could totally measure it. I'm eyeballing it because it's easier. And then we need half a teaspoon of salt. Alright, put that in sync, please. And I'm going to bring this over to the stove and turn it on medium. I like to use a little whisk because I think it's just as fun and it's an easy size to work with. Yes, you can whisk it. So you're going to want to whisk almost constantly. Good. So what we're doing right now is we're heating up the apple cider vinegar and the jam, and we're waiting for the jam to dissolve.
Oh.
What? Did you spray yourself?
Maybe. Now it's
Yep. No.
now it's definitely done.
It's not quite done yet. We want it to boil for about a minute or 2 minutes to thicken up a bit.
Are you sure we'll have enough for all the beets?
Huh?
Are you sure we'll have enough for all the beets?
Yep. It only needs a little bit.
Oh.
Okay, let me see. Careful. Alright, that looks good. Just gonna dump the beets in. Stir it on up. So do an actual stir, Paige. Actual stir. Now we're gonna take this off. Gonna let it sit for a few minutes and then we'll stir it again. There we go. Alright, so last step, we're gonna take these beets. I'm gonna transfer them to a serving dish. They're still quite hot. And then we're going to just pour the sauce over it. And that should thicken a little on standing. Stir it a couple of times before you serve it and let it cool down a lot. This is something to make early and let sit for like 20 minutes before you eat it. Alright, and that's it. Those are our glazed beets. Thanks for your help, Paige. Thanks for your help, Paige.
You're welcome.
See ya.